Well, this weekend was a crazy amount of docs. Okay, crazy might only be two, but In Whose Name was one I already reviewed. It's already on my channel. And then we have Megadoc about Megaopolis, Francis Ford Coppola's $120 million, and let's just call it bomb. Chase Leaki here with the Blue Futon Ruin Megadoc, which about pretty small premise. Mike Figgis was given access to kind of just film whatever and whenever behind the scenes when they were making Megaopolis with the actors, the crew, etc. All the drama going behind it. What is the creative differences? What was the whole point of this movie? And after this movie, I think there was no point of. Okay, there is a point of the film, but I think it was just so much just thrown at the screen, and they didn't know what they wanted to stick. And that's why I think I remember saying when I first saw this last year in September, where I was just like, I don't know what I was watching. And you can kind of tell Shia LaBeouf didn't really have a clue what the script was. Jon Voight, I think, had trouble with the script in some scenes. Dustin Hoffman had trouble understanding what the movie was. Adam Driver, I think he did as well, because there's a scene when he's first, on set and he has bandages on his face. And I just think he's kind of confused with what is going on. But I do think Adam Driver takes his job very seriously, but then jokingly at the same time, because he was okay being filmed, but not being filmed while being filmed. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's fine with, like, okay, if you want to interview me, sure. But when I'm filming, I think I want to be kind of serious. But there's one actress, I won't say her name. Okay, I will. Nathalie Amelia, whatever her name is. Apparently, she was like just. It sounds like she's a person I don't want to hang out with. Like, yeah, Shia LaBeouf might have a temper, but it feels like he gets life, like the struggle of life, and he's been through the ups and downs. Aubrey Plaza just seems like a fun person to hang out with. Jon Voight, Dustin Hoffman, they all seem fun to hang out with. Like, they know it's a film, and they know it's just a film. Especially the first assistant director. She had a basically like, if things go wrong, we're okay. It's not the end of the world. And you're just like, that's a fantastic, attitude to have. But there was a scene with Esposito. I always say his name wrong, which apparently he was also in the reading to do this movie in 2001/2003. So he stuck with the project for the longest time. There was a scene with him and Dustin Hoffman, and I guess people were just walking around, and Dustin Hoffman was kind of getting like, his eyes were going other places, and they were getting very serious. It almost felt like a Christian Bale Terminator Salvation moment, where I was like, okay, this is a movie. No one really knows what this movie's supposed to do, so let's just simmer down. Also, you can find out Shia LaBeouf was in a limo, and they had no idea how they wanted to do the backgrounds, and it was experimental filmmaking. Megapolis was experimental filmmaking. But I just found this fascinating. It was just an amazing experience, because this truly, as a person who loves, there's a shirt here, I don't know why. As a person who loves movies, but maybe not the politics of like 80% of Hollywood, this is what I want to see. I want to see what the costume designer does, what the production designer does, what the VFX supervisor, the first assistant director. You're getting all these different people, the cinematographer, the director of photography. You're getting all of these inputs in this movie, and this is what I want in real time while they're making a movie. Not like, yes, there are some interviews they're having afterwards, but it's also just, things at the moment and getting their opinion. Like Shia LaBeouf and Jon Voight was like, even though Shia LaBeouf says I had an issue, I had to do my 9 steps, I had to call Jon Voight because I was going to punch him because of politics. Feel like they were the ones connecting the most on this, because I think Jon Voight was just like, okay, like, I'm older, I kind of don't give a shit, like, I'll do this because you're my friend and it's an experience. Shia LaBeouf, I think, was just so damn confused with what the fuck was happening, right? Especially at the very end where he gets killed in the movie. He's like, why are people turning against me, especially the people that have been with me the whole time? And he wasn't getting the greatest answer. It was almost like the Mark Wahlberg, M. Night Shyamalan, like The Happening. Like, this doesn't make sense in the script. And I think Francis Ford Coppola, he had a script, but he didn't know how to project it, even though he's made some damn good films. Like, this is experimental filmmaking at this highest $120 million level. Man, I was about to say something else. But yeah, I'm glad we got to see, like, Adam Driver talk. I'm glad we got to see all these other people talk, because I was a little bit nervous for, like, Adam Driver, like, oh, is he going to, like, kind of be a dick? It feels like he's not. I think he just takes his job seriously, and good on him for doing that. I always wanted to say something, but I think of something, and it's not coming back in my head. Oh, yeah. So they had a table reading for 2001 and 2003. It was like Ryan Gosling, who was going to be Shia LaBeouf's character. You had Uma Thurman. You had Billy, what's his name? Why am I Cuppet? Or Q? She's in the morning show with Reese Witherspoon. Like, he was in it, and other actors. You're just like, oh, this has been going on for quite some time of trying to get this movie off the ground. But yeah, Megadoc. It's a simple premise behind the scenes of Megapolis. It starts basically footage, a couple days before, and it was very weird. Like, being in this weird actor's workshop, that I would be very uncomfortable in that. And then at least the Cannes premiere where people are clapping, and that's where I was like really focused on what the audience was like clapping at. Are they clapping because it was just a Ford Coppola movie, or were they clapping because they actually liked it? But it feels like, from what we are seeing from the critics and the users, not a lot of people like this movie. Not a lot of people understood this movie. Me personally, I wasn't the biggest fan. However, it was one of those movies where you watch and you can't look away because it's just so what the fuck. So Megadoc will receive a 4.5 out of 5 with Futons, equals at 90%. So let's see the critics and user scores gave this one. So we have a 97% with the critics with 35 of them. Nothing for the audience score. No critic consensus. I mean, all this praise, why give it a 90 over 100? I guess because I don't know. It is a fantastic movie. I mean, it's just one of those ones where it's like 100% for me is like, oh my God, I like got chills from it, or like it really did like affect me emotionally and personally. But let me see where Megapolis is on that's at a 45-34 still. So yeah, Chase out here with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't know this Futontopia. You Blue Futons, take watch for a great day. I can watch this tape tomorrow, a week from now, a year from now. I love every single freaking one of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. And did you have a chance to see why this movie bombed at the box office?